Hi, welcome back to Mumu SG Property. Recently, I met a local couple to discuss about their property plan. The wife is very excited to share with me that they have done a proper tax saving plan when they buy their first property. Now they have collected the key for the new home. They plan to take out the wife's name from the property and use the name to buy a second property for investment. In this way, they can save the ABSD for buying a second property. However, after discussing with them in detail, I was shocked that they made a careless mistake which made them cannot carry out their plan. So what exactly is this mistake and can this be prevented? Let's see. The couple bought a 3-bedroom condominium 3 years ago. They needed to use both names so that they can borrow higher loan for the purchase. In view of owning multiple properties, right, they actually plan to use the wife name for the second property. When they buy their first property, they bought under tenancy in common so that husband owns 99% share and wife owns 1% share. When wife sells the 1% share to the husband, she will have no property under her name. In this way, she is not subjected to ABSD. This looks like a perfect plan, but unfortunately they did something wrong. When they buy the first property, the wife used 250k CPF into the property, and now they have to return this CPF amount used plus accrued interest back to the CPF account using cash. They do not have enough cash, and even if they have enough, right, they might not have enough for the 5% down payment for the second property purchase. So the only way is to sell off the existing one and buy one under each of their name. The existing one they actually want for own stay, they don't plan to sell. So the plan to buy a second property have to put on hold. The second common mistake I've seen is that the buyers fail to calculate their affordability when coming to buying over the co-owner share. For example, some client, one Singapore citizen, one PR. So SC is holding 1%, PR 99%. So if the PR cannot take over the full loan from buying the 1% share, right, the plan actually cannot work. The third common mistake I've seen is when the buyer miss out to consider seller's stamp duty. Some buyers want to buy a second property, but when they buy the first property, they are using 50-50% share. So the one owner can actually sell the 50% to the other owner. For some cases, this kind of a strategy can still save some taxes, but if you transfer the share within 3 years, right, then you will be subjected to seller's stamp duty, and this might eat into your profit. In conclusion, these are the 3 tax saving tips. Number 1. If you plan to transfer your share to a co-owner under 99.1, the 1% try not to use CPF. Number 2. The owner that takes over the property must have make sure that he can afford to take over the full loan. Number 3. If you're holding 50-50% share, try not to sell within 3 years as you will be subjected to seller's stamp duty. Hope you find today's sharing useful. Buying property in Singapore, the ABSD is very high, but there's various tax saving methods. So no matter whether you plan to sell in the future or you plan to get a second property, it's always good to talk to a professional agent to go through a long-term planning for you based on your finances. In this way, you can reduce the risk of making a mistake. If you like today's sharing, press the like button below and follow my page.